And we're back at it with another review for FMS. Now, this is one of the first RC crawlers that I reviewed on my channel. I'm not new to RC cars, but I am new to reviewing them. RC cars is actually what initially got me involved in this awesome hobby. You know, FMS, I've been doing their planes now for a while, and I was fortunate enough to get this 1/10 scale as an early release. So today is February 22nd or something like that. This doesn't come out for about a week. I got it a week ago. Even though I opened this box, I didn't open the actual package. I wanted my initial reaction to be on camera, but right off the bat, let's get this thing open and you guys can see just how beautiful it is. And I hope you're excited as I am for it, because the packaging alone is enough to get excited over. So we have the FMS FCX10 scale K5 Blazer, licensed, beautiful packaging. Everything about the box is just enough to get excited over. So if this shows up to your house, I know you're gonna be as excited as I was. Now let's crack this thing open and see what it's about. I don't know why I can't stop doing that. My initial impression for this crawler is that, well, it's packaged extremely well, and it does look like a high quality vehicle. The paint on this is absolutely flawless, so I am happy that they protected the body as well as they did. Now, you can leave this in open pickup truck body, or they also send you that cab cover. I am leaving mine open because I like that look a lot better. And they even include lights for the roll cage that we're going to screw on. The backs are open, so you can put actual lights in it, although I'll probably just leave mine as dummy lights for now. The flex on the suspension is perfect. The oil feels very nice, and you're gonna hear right now as I move it, it almost sticks to my table. So those tires have plenty of grip and is gonna be great for crawling. Reading the box is gonna tell us that we got our money's worth. So we have a high and low speed gear. We also have front and rear locking diffs that we can control from the remote control. Also, everything on this vehicle is metal, so we're not gonna have any cheap plastic parts that break super easy. And we have porta axles, which is going to give us great ground clearance. This is a clipless body, so you have 2 tabs in the front, 2 tabs in the rear, and the body's going to lift off. First thing you notice are going to be these 3 magnets in the back, which I'm going to touch on later in the video, so I don't want to do it now. We also have a 550 size brush motor with a corresponding ESC. It's wired very nicely. We got a huge servo and an XT60 connector. Now, my good friend Rob is going to the field, so before going over it, I shout out to meet him. Let's go. First initial I can't show in the car. This is Rob, RC truck legend. Yep, there goes. There you go. Come on, way to start the day. What do you think? Look at that. That's a beaut.
This thing is nice.
It is, right?
This thing is nice. Oh.
So it has the lights up top I didn't put on yet. It also has, like, it comes with a canopy. What is it, like a bed cover?
Okay.
You know, all the scale details and stuff. Yeah, you know crawlers ain't my thing, but I like it.
Steel rails.
It's heavy too.
Yes. Definitely has weight to it.
So this is low. Then we got high. And it does have that brake. We got a lot of digging into this. A lot of functions on this thing. Look at all the... This is crazy. And every time you hear it doing stuff, so we got to figure out what's what. That locks the back tires. That's like really cool. Does it lock the front tires? No, so I don't know what any of this other stuff is. We're gonna have to figure that out. I know typically this isn't what these kind of trucks are meant to do, but I came out to the field to fly some unreleased FMS airplanes that come out in March, so I decided to bring it and give it a first run.
This is not what this is meant for. Yeah.
All tires on the ground. Look at that tire right here. Look at the flex on that. Damn. That's a powerful CN servo too. Look at this damn man touching the bottom. See that? This is my human manual. Solid. He's getting me back for all the cars of his I crashed. We played on those ramps for way longer than I'm willing to admit, so it's finally time to take this thing off-roading. Now at the field, we only have this super thick brush. In high gear, it beasted through it. And those porta axles give us plenty of ground clearance.
Well, she ain't gonna get stuck.
Really good ground clearance.
Try that in low gear.
Low gear is what we should be using to go through this kind of stuff. Now, we haven't read the manual yet, so we don't know if the front and rear diffs are locked. We are in four-wheel drive. It is going good. He did manage to get it stuck, but if you just teeter it back and forth, eventually you'll get it out. So that was my official first run. Now I am home. I did read the manual. I do know what it does now. I did label my remote, which I'm gonna go over. I just wanna give a quick rundown of everything, and we are gonna put this thing through a lot of testing. So first things first, it is the Blazer. It's super cool. Second, underneath there's quick clips, which I couldn't really figure out how to work them before, but now I understand. It's easier to do one at a time because my hands aren't as big as the clips are wide. So we'll do the back first. It lifts. And as I'm lifting this, you guys will see, I also added the mud guards that it came with. It says gift. I'm not sure if it's going to come with the first couple of orders or if I'm just special, so we'll find out. So you see how it's hard to lift? It's actually not hard. There's magnets. So these are magnets. There's magnets here. That's so it doesn't have a light switch, which is a nice thing, man. So you're not going to have to unplug something every time you take the cover on and off. The magnets connect, and that's what's going to give us power to our functioning lights. Very cool, very cool. Now, you see I do have my mud guards on, and that's because I'm going to the beach. Now I'm gonna leave these on. It's gonna help keep the sand out of here, or if I go mudding and stuff like that, which we're also gonna do. It's gonna keep everything inside of here clean. That battery compartment, it's huge. Now I'm running a 3S. You could run a 2 or a 3S pack. I'm running a 3S 2600 milliamp, and the battery's swimming. So if you guys wanna add a bigger one, you're going to be able to do that no problem. I'm not sure if it's going to affect the center of gravity at all. The motor is all the way up front, which is going to give this thing, you know, better climbing power. That's why they did that. So I'm not sure how a battery weight would affect a crawler. You know, this is probably one of my first, it's actually my second official large scale crawler, and I haven't done too much crawling, so I'm definitely not a professional at that. But you guys let me know in the comments, is the size battery going to affect the way it crawls at all? Servo's up front. Very cool. It's super high torque servo, which you guys seen, and I'm going to show you more of that. Now check it out. I showed you at the field. This remote has a ton of switches and stuff. Now this one right here in the middle is a spare. This one's not used. The one right above it is our high and low gear. So you push it once, it's in high. You push it again, it's in low. Now this right here is pretty cool. So dig is what's going to lock those back tires. Now that's going to allow us to turn pretty much on a dime. So if we need to go somewhere, lock these up, and then our front wheels will pull us around to whichever way you want to go. Now you can also change that, which is very cool. You have to do it manually, but you open up the truck. Now you see here how it says dig, middle is four-wheel drive, and front would be front-wheel drive. So if you don't want to have dig mode, you could open this thing up and you could change the way it's set up where it won't be dig anymore, it'll be rear-wheel drive. So for some reason, if you guys want to drift or do something crazy with this, you would get rid of that dig mode. You'd open it up. It says to in the manual how to do it. I'm not going to do it to mine, but that's definitely a cool feature. I think a majority of the time I'll probably be in four-wheel drive. This right here is the light switch, controls the lights. Now up top, in the front here, we're going to have lock our front diff, lock our rear diff. I'm still figuring these out. I'll let you know what those are shortly. We have all these dip switches, which control different things. I'm not going to use those. And then right here, this is the next thing that I'm going to use. It adjusts the drag brake. So if you're crawling and you're coming down a hill and you want the truck to automatically slow itself down, so it's better throttle control, pretty much you don't have to use the brake. You would set that pretty high. You know, if you're driving mainly on road or something and you want to, or in your backyard just bashing around, you're probably going to have that all the way off like a typical RC car. So that's a pretty cool function right there. And yeah, man. Let's not waste time. Let's get our battery back in this thing and let's get this to the beach and let's have some fun with it, see what it's about. Oh, we made it. Let's get that on. Now, good thing this little switch is right back here. I don't got to take nothing apart. Power it up. Hey, beautiful day too, low tide. Now for those of you guys that are worried that I use this on the beach, I take care of these. I use salt water, I use boats in salt water, and as long as you maintain them, they'll run forever. So I'll show you guys how I clean this thing at the end. But let's start off in front wheel drive, see how it goes. Chugga, 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 chugga. Now, let's see, is my diff locked? My diff is locked, so let's unlock that. Oh no, now it's locked. Alright, now I'm not even going to try to get out of that. We're going to go right to 4-wheel drive. We're out. And we're out. Oh yeah, this is where this thing belongs. Come on. Come on. Alright, let's go into low gear. I think that's high. Oh no, that's high gear. Let's go try some speed runs down by the water. She got some speed on 3S. Not bad. Not bad. Oh! Alright, let's go back to the remote. So we have our lights on. Let's shut those off. I don't think they're going to use any battery, but super bright out. You're not going to be able to see it anyway. Now dig mode. Let's see dig mode. So we're going to turn. Oh yeah, look. Oh, I'm digging in, so. That's a powerful steering servo. See how that locks it up? Let's go back into 4-wheel drive. Climbs right out of it. So what that's going to do is, you know, if we're like somewhere where we need to turn around real quick, you hit dig mode. And you would hope it would just turn around. The sand's super soft, so we're digging in. But yeah, let's see, front wheel drive. Will it pull us out of that? Nope, all wheel and we're right out. This thing cruises. Alright, monster truck. Here we go. Scare my dogs. I'm sorry. So one thing about the beach, we got some dunes. These are a lot steeper than they probably look on camera. Let's see how it does. I'm in low gear, 4-wheel drive. Gotta juice it a little bit. And she's sinking in. Sand's real soft. Tell you what, it did better than I thought it was gonna do. I wonder if those diffs are locked. Front. Now they're locked. You know, the funny part is I know if I put this in high, let's put it in high gear. It's gonna rip right up that thing. Oh, king of the mountain. Oh, I'm out of breath from coming up here. Oh, so the rear is not locked. Let's lock the rear. Come on. We got stuck on this pretty bad. Oh yeah, look at that. Tell you what, pretty impressed with the way everything works. So I finally figured out front and rear diff lock. I think at the beach it's best to just leave them both locked fully. Leave it in low. Low gear is perfect. Monster trucks through everything. Very scale-like in low gear. Good control, management control. I like having the brake full. I'm not going to adjust that on the beach at all. But yeah. So, I mean, even with those mud guards, it's still getting a little sandy inside. Curious where it's coming from. I mean, I was going hard. I was probably bottoming out. You see there's a lot of room in there. That's probably where the majority of it's coming from. But it's all right, because I'm going to bring this thing home and hose it off real nice. The key to keeping these crawlers going, even after using them at the beach, is a ton of fresh water. Guys, you're going to want to soak this thing top to bottom. Make sure your battery's out of it. And if you tell me that it's still going to go bad in a couple years, it's not. I use boats and salt water. I've done this with crawlers before. So just do that real well. Get yourself a nice air compressor. I'm using this Blaster Sidekick, 1 horsepower little blower. You're going to dry it real well. Now, when everything's dry, take some WD-40 or whatever kind of grease you like, and make sure you hit all the moving parts. Once you're done with that, you're just about ready for the next run. So don't let nobody tell you can't use these things at the beach. And that right there is the 110 scale K5 Blazer by FMS. If there's one thing that I could change on this model, it's going to be on the remote, not the model itself. These diff locks, front and rear, I kind of wish it was a regular switch so I knew if it was on and off, or if they wanted to keep the sleek design that they have, at least put like a little blue light or something so when you hit it, you know it's on or off. Trying to guess whether it's on or off kind of gets a little annoying. Other than that, I had a blast with this. I think I'm going to use it a lot. I'm not the biggest crawling guy, so if there's something that you love or hate about this thing, let me know in the comments. I'm definitely going to be reading all my comments. And if you guys want to see more RC car and truck content on my page, let me know, because I'm all about these. I just don't post them that much. I'm usually playing with bashers and monster trucks and stuff in the front and backyard. I love RC cars, man. So if you guys want to see more, let me know. The link to this is down below. Make sure you guys check that thing out. And as always, appreciate you watching. Until next time.